Welcome to Guns 101, our video welcome message for new gun owners. This series is brought to you by the Self-Defense Radio Network. I'm Rob Morse from Self-Defense Gun Stories. My partners tonight are Amanda Suffolcool from Eye on the Target Radio, and the guy there behind that curtain doing all the heavy tech lifting, that's Paul Lathrop from the Polite Society podcast. We have Melody Lauer joining us again from Citizens Defense Research. Melody, we've got millions of new gun owners. There's a bunch of things they learned from Hollywood. There's a bunch of things they thought were true. You have spent years, decades, studying what is best practice. I remember one of the articles you made about new parents taking care and protecting their kids. Is a diaper bag a holster?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh.
I think if there is a single object that should never, ever contain a gun, it's a diaper bag. And all too often, I'm seeing, particularly marketed to parents, fathers in particular, but also moms, are these tactical diaper bags with the capability of having holsters in them. And I am absolutely horrified that these products even exist. And shame on the industry for even making them, because guns do not belong in diaper bags, 100%. The reason for that is because the diaper bag is supposed to go with the child. We leave diaper bags in nurseries. We leave them with caregivers who are not authorized to have firearms. And it is far too easy to forget that you have put a firearm in there and then give access. And that's where the snacks are. That's where that's where the kids feel comfortable going to get their bottle, to get their sippy cup, to get the things that they enjoy. And the last thing that we want to do is give them access to a firearm that they should not have access to. That is probably the absolute worst place that you could put a firearm.
Well, I hadn't thought of it quite that way, but I'll tell you, I think you're so right, because I mean, a little kid will go to their diaper bag, get their own diaper, and then come to you and say, I think I need a retread, right? I mean, so it's theirs, and that's where they keep all their stuff, and so that makes sense. But what's your thought on they sell the notebooks that'll hold a gun, and the purses that'll hold guns, and the backpacks that'll hold guns, and the totes, and all of those types of things, separating away the child's diaper bag, but all the rest of the bags that we carry.
Yes. Like every good rule, there's exceptions, right? I would love it if we kind of had an overarching theme of just guns don't belong in bags. And the reason for that is because we put bags down, and we, like I said, we don't have 100% control of bags for the most part, the way that we should. If you start thinking, the way that I usually try to talk to beginner, particularly gun gals, about whether or not they should carry a purse or a gun in a purse, is I say, imagine that gun was just in a holster, not in a purse, but in a holster, kind of like this one, right? You've got just a gun in a holster. Would you take that gun in that holster and put it on the bathroom floor? Would you take that gun in that holster and put it underneath of the table that you were having dinner at? Would you take that gun in that holster and leave it on the kitchen floor while you were putting groceries away, while your kids were playing around the kitchen, around your groceries? For the most part, they look at you in horror, like, of course not. Of course I would not do that. Then why are you doing it with a bag? Because what that bag is a holster with a firearm in it. Stop thinking of it as a purse. Start thinking of it as a holstered firearm, because that's exactly what it is. If you wouldn't leave a holstered firearm wherever it is you're leaving your purse, then don't do it with your purse. And then what usually ends up happening is people go, well, then why would I carry it in a purse? Why wouldn't I just carry it on my body? Aha! Exactly. Because that's where it's going to be most useful to you anyway. Again,
Yeah.
exceptions being that every great once in a while, whether it's because of the outfit that you're wearing or the occasion or whatever, and you can actually maintain control, whether you have that gun in a small clutch that you leave on your lap for the 2-hour dinner that you're having with your husband, and you can have control over it, then yes, but it is a temporary solution that is used for very short periods of time, not a long-term, I do this every day kind of solution, because I guarantee you will slip in your ability to maintain control and access to it.
I have never heard it put that way, but that is so clear and so concise on the set the gun here where you can still see it, and set it there where you can still see it, and identify that what you're doing, whether it's hidden in a bag or not hidden in a bag, it's you're setting a gun there. Wow. That is eye-opening just in its own right. So is there any other thing that we want to cover on guns that do not belong in bags? Because I think that's it's a very well encompassed topic. Anybody want to add anything?
I do think that the short periods of time is the key, because the longer the period is, if you go from 1 hour to 2 hours, from 2 hours to 4 hours, the longer the period of time, the more likely you are to forget about it, to go, oh, it's just a bag, I'll just leave it here, to turn your attention away. And those are the moments that are going to get you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and most women do not always carry their purse. They carry their purse and they hook it on the chair. They set it on the floor. They come into a room and they set it in the corner, and they'll get it on their way back out. That's not what you want to do with your gun.
For leaving it in my car and just grabbing my wallet and going in and bringing it out. Or, like I said, the other one I'm really notorious for is coming home from grocery shopping and just dropping it on the kitchen floor while I start putting groceries away. If I, like I said, if I wouldn't do that with a holstered gun, I absolutely should not do that with a gun in a bag.
With a gun in a bag. So, folks, Melody Lauer, guns do not belong in bags, and diaper bags especially, but guns do not belong in bags. If you want to look her up, she's on Facebook under Citizens Defense Research. So check out the page; it's pretty cool. And she's kind of she's kind of right there in the picture, right on the page. You'll see her, you'll identify her. So we'll be back with more videos.